Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today we're making baked eggs with tomato, feta, and croutons. Okay, now you're going to have to grease a 9 by 13. Now I don't know how much bread I'm going to use here. They also want you have to adjust your oven for this, the racks. Now, in your oven, your racks, you want one in the upper middle and one in the lower middle positions, okay? And you're going to be heating the oven up to 450 degrees. So set your racks before you sit there and turn that oven on. And we need Italian bread or French bread. We need to cut it in 1/2-inch pieces. And we want 4 cups. I already have my bread here. I made this a couple days ago. I made light whole wheat. So this meal is a complete meal. All we would have to do is make another salad if you wish. Or you could serve it with fruit. Now somebody talked to me about the word C-U-M-I-N. And you say it's cumin. I pronounce it cumin. I grew up in Texas. It's the same thing, like we say aluminum here, and somebody in another country calls it aluminum, aluminum. I can't pronounce it the way they pronounce it, but I know it as aluminum. So from where you grow up, the terminologies are different. I thank you for showing me how you say it, cumin, but where I come from, we call it cumin. Just different places in the United States or from different countries, you'll hear people pronouncing words differently. And it doesn't mean that it's wrong, it's just that where you grew up is one way and the way I grew up is different. That's all it is. Our accents are different. The way we pronounce certain words are different. Oh, I don't need these to cut a 1/2 inch. I already know a 1/2 inch. They say 3 slices. I wonder what kind of slices they're using. But anyway, they say 1/2 inch. And they say put it in a very large bowl. Okay. Well, 1/2 inch is going to be a little different because some of these are not going to come out the same size because of the way my bread is made. But they want 4 cups, definitely. They are stressing. They do want 4 cups. Okay, this one should just about do it. Okay. Okay. 2 cups, and you want 4 cups. We're going to need more slices. Don't pack it tight. That's the worst thing to do when you're cutting bread and you have to measure the cubes that you make. Okay, we'll do one at a time here. Okay, that should go there. That's about there. Matter of fact, I didn't even hear about coumadin. I mean, not coumadin, that's blood thinner. Cumin until my husband brought that seasoning to my attention. My mother used it very little. She did have it. I did learn when I was cooking with her, that's how she pronounced the word. But I never knew it was used as much as it was until my husband really introduced how it was used. Is that all you want in here? No, you need a little more. Okay, there. All right, what do you want me to do with these breadcrumbs now? They wanted you to use a large bowl. I don't know if I can get a tablespoon of oil out of here. Oh yeah, I can. I want you to toss it. And now we're going to add some salt and some pepper on them. That's why they wanted a big bowl so it can spread out. Now remember, when you're salting, salt high so you get a wider spread so it's not localized, because if you go like this and do it down here, you're localizing it. The higher you go, the better the spread you can get on it. I need this towel over here. I need it. Okay, now I have to crack some black pepper. Thank goodness they're not putting red pepper in it. I'd probably choke. Now that I know how hot red pepper is. Do the pepper the same way so you can get a good spread on them. All right, now that you've greased your 9x13, they want us to spread an even layer in the baking dish of your 9x13. You're going to need cherry tomatoes. Let's see. All right, we're going to set this aside. Okay, I'm going to bring that bowl right back out so we don't go using it again. Now in a bowl, we need a tablespoon of oil. olive oil. It seems to be the oil they want to use in this dish. Do you know it's cheaper to sit there and buy a big can of olive oil than the smaller one? You said the egg prices have gone down, but I'm still paying $12.49 or $99 for 18 eggs. I use a lot of eggs, so I always keep a lot of eggs in the house. They want a tablespoon of oregano. Okay. It's gonna be a lot of oregano. Wait a minute. I'm gonna just hold on a bit. If you're using fresh oregano, you're going to put in a whole tablespoon. If you have dry, we're going to add a teaspoon in. I would think that's a bit too much. Okay, we got that. What else do they want? They want us to add 2 teaspoons of, no, hold on. We'll bypass that for a minute. We need a teaspoon of sugar in here. We have this. Back to this. We need 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. Now you see why my towels get so dirty and stained. They take a beating in my kitchen. All right, now what do you want me to do with this? All right, you want 1½ teaspoons of salt. And I'm going to break that one up. I'm going to have to use the half for all of it. Okay. You really want 1½ teaspoons? Okay. Okay. And they will also want 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I sure don't think they want anything else. That's for sure. What do you want us to do with it? Okay, they want us to put in 6 cloves of garlic, sliced thin. And we're going to add them into here. Okie doke, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes you get very large garlics, and sometimes you get some really small ones. I don't know what size they're using, but you don't want me. Isn't it hard to whisk that together? I'm thinking out loud again. Okay. Well, I'm thin sliced. All right, I'm going to have to cut this like this. Pineapples getting away with these small knives. If they don't lay flat where you can cut them, just cut them in half so you have a flat side to do it. That's what I did with the first one, because it was too lopsided. It's too lopsided, you can't slice it thin. Okay, that's got to lay down. So. Okay, they want you to add this to the bowl as well. We want you to whisk this together. Believe you me, you'll understand in a bit. Okay, you are going to need 1 pound of little cherry tomatoes. And you're going to have to cut them all in half. I think, wait a minute. 2 pounds of cherry tomatoes. Do you want me to cut these in half? No, just dump them in. 1 pound of cherry tomatoes, dump them in. Doesn't say cut, it doesn't say anything. It said just add the tomatoes. Toss to combine. It So they're going to be coated like this. I read this last night, half asleep. I said, well, I'm making this one. They smell good and they haven't even cooked yet. All right, now I'll read the next part to you. You're going to have to transfer this tomato mixture to a parchment paper lined rimmed baking sheet. All right. So let me get that and I will be right back. Okay, I got a pan. They want it rimmed. Line it with parchment paper. This is what they want. Now you're going to push the tomatoes right into the center here. That's exactly what they want you to do. Hold on, we're not done yet. Push it into the center. You see all this in the bowl? They want you to scrape every bit of it. Every bit of it right here. All right, that's what they want us to do. What do you want us to do now? Okay. All right, you're going to put the bread on the upper rack and the tomatoes on the lower rack, stirring occasionally until the bread is golden and the tomatoes begin to soften. Okay, let's get this in the top. You don't believe me? Let me see if I can move you over here. Oh, dang. I keep messing these books up. Strangle myself. Okay, just to show you what I'm doing, I'm going to put you up on the cutting board right now. And let me see if I can tilt you up. All right, see I have the bread up on the top. Oh, that's hot. Now, they're not saying to stir the tomatoes around. Hold on a minute. I'm just talking about, I'm messing this book up again. They're saying bake bread on upper crust and tomatoes, but they said about 10 minutes. Where did they say? Where did they say? I just read it. Stirring occasionally, we have to do that. Seems on both of them we'll have to stir them occasionally. It should take about 10 minutes. Give me time to dry my book again. Ooh, that looks good. Oh yeah, I know how to make pita breads. Those are delicious. Remove. All right, so we're at that point. It says it's going to take about 10 minutes, so there's nothing we can really do right now. So we're just going to have to wait. Okay, I took my croutons out. Now they want you to let them cool, and we're still cooking the tomatoes. They want them to be blistered. Mine are starting to do that now. Now they say continue to bake the tomatoes until blistered and browned, about another extra 10 minutes. So that's what we're waiting for now, or for those tomatoes. And this has to cool just like this. Okay, they want us to put these tomatoes in here with the croutons. And they want you to mix this up. So that's what we're going to be doing. They said to toss it gently. Seems we're going to be coating the flavors of the tomatoes all over the croutons. Wait a minute, I have a son who's, wait a minute, is he supposed to go to work today? I'm thinking. Right, when you've mixed it up, they want you to make a bed. I got more tomatoes on one side than I do on the other. I don't know why it wants to do this. Well, whatever. No, they want me to make a little dent inside of these. Now, this isn't going to work according to their breadcrumbs. I mean, their croutons. But they want you to crack 6 eggs over this to make a little dent for the eggs to sit in. But that's not going to work on some of this. I'm sorry. So I'll just crack 6 eggs over it. Let me get my eggs over here. Now, when I go to do something like this, I was always taught by my parents and the teachers, you crack an egg, not here, but here, and then you pour it in here. This way it's easier to pour, they say, in a bowl, but sometimes you have problems doing it that way. So I was taught to do it this way. And then you just pour it in very gently. My mother liked to crack eggs over hash. That was her thing. She would never make a dish like this. Number one, my father wouldn't tolerate it. What he would say, you know. My father was quick with his words. Well, they're not level. That's okay. Like I said, that's me. Of course, in a contest, they'd probably measure every egg yolk to make sure you put it the proper distance. I believe they would do that. That's just me. Now they say, put this in the oven and cook it for 10 minutes. Now I know the one shelf I'm not going to put it on is that bottom one, so I'm going to put it where the bread was and hope that does it. They said it should cook, bake, wait a minute, I forgot one thing. That's what they want you to do, salt and pepper. Again, how much pepper do you want on this stuff? I'm not adding any more. And we're not done with it yet, believe it or not. Put it in the top shelf that you have in the oven. Now they say to leave it for 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, and we'll see how it is at that time. Okay, I just took it out. And there's a little more we have to do with it. they want you to put, let's see, how much do they want here? They want a half a cup of feta cheese sprinkled over this. I mean, that's about half a cup. You know your ounces, 4 ounces is half a cup. And you're going to put a teaspoon of oregano, sprinkle over it. If you're using fresh oregano, it'll be a tablespoon. Hands are still a little wet. They want you to dribble a tablespoon of olive oil over it. And there you are. That's the dish. I don't think there's anything else I have to do to it. Let me see. Nope, that's it. If you want your eggs and they're cooked more, put a foil over it and let it sit for 10 minutes, and I'll finish cooking your yolks if you want a hard yolk. I'm leaving mine just like this. It's just the way I want it. Okay, so listen, you take care. Bye-bye. Okay, here's the dish. It's too piping hot to pick up. This is called baked eggs with tomatoes, feta, and croutons. Okay? So you take care and have a great day.